Charles-Henri-Jean Dewisme, better known by his pen name Henri Vernes, is an author of action and science fiction novels, of which he published over 200 titles. He is most noted for the creation of the character Bob Morane, a hero whose adventures spanned 50 years and went from straight adventure and science fiction to fantasy. Vernes also read the text of many comics albums and animated movies. Dewisme used a number of other pseudonyms, including Jacques Colombo, Robert Davids, Duchess Holiday, C. Raines, Jacques Seya, Lou Shannon, Ray Stevens, as well as his real name. Biography. Henri Vernes is the child of Valérie Dupuy and Alphonse Elia Couteau and Dewisme. After his parents separated, he was raised by his maternal grandparents. At age 16 he dropped out of high school and worked for a time as helper in his father's butcher shop, but eventually went back to school at Enghien. In 1937 he fell in love with a Chinese woman, Madame Liu, and went with her on a 2-month trip to Canton, using a fake passport. Back at Tournai in 1938 he married Gilberte, daughter of a diamond cutter, but the marriage dissolved in 1941. During World War II he served in the Army's intelligence services. In 1944 he published his first book, La Porte Ouverte. In 1946 he moved to Paris and wrote for a while for an American news agency and French newspapers. Still, he continued writing novels. In 1949 he published La Belle Nuit pour un homme mort, and moved back to Belgium. Between 1949 and 1953 Vernes wrote several tales for weekly magazines like Heroic Albums and Mickey Magazine, under various pen names. In 1953 he was invited to write an adventure novel for the series Marabout Jr. His Conquérance de l'Arriériste was an instant success, and he became a leading writer of the collection. Those books saw the debut of Vernes's most popular hero, Bob Morane, and of his main companions Bill Ballantine, Frank Reeves, Aristide Clairon-Bart, as well as of his first fill-in, Roman Organts. The first comics album, L'Oiseau de Feu, came out in 1959, drawn by Dino Atanasio, and was another resounding success. Between 1959 and 1967 Bob Morane was the star of many more books, albums, a short film, Lesbian aux Cent Visages, and a TV series that ran through 26 episodes. Through that period Vernes started several other adventure cycles and introduced several other characters, such as the villain Monsieur Ming, Dr. Zathan, and Missy Longy Long. After 1967 the Marabout Jr. collection was reformatted and renamed Pocket Marabout. Vernes continued writing for the series, with old and new characters. His popularity remained strong, and by 1970 the series had sold over 15 million books. In 1974 he started the cycle of Venanque, considered by many to be his masterpiece. However, this success did not save Marabout from the publishing crisis of the 1970s, and in 1977 the series came to an end with issue 142. Bob Morane dans le Triangle des Bermudes. Over the next 28 years, Vernes authored scores of new titles, including the Adult Don cycle, and supervised many reissues of his older works. His 200th novel, The Bob Morane Adventure La Guerre du Pacifique en Aura Palu, was issued in 1996. Vernes was the subject of a documentary, Henri Vernes, Un aventurier de l'imaginaire, and in 1999, at age 81, he was decorated as officier in the Belgian Order of Arts and Letters. A fan club, Club Bob Morane, was created in 1986 on the hero's 33rd anniversary. Works, albums 1962, Les Tours de Cristal, 1973, Les Géants de Meaux, 2000, Le Lagon aux Requins, The Shark's Lagoon, illustrations by René Follet.